In regards to React content, so we're at an hour in now. Okay, good. That's a good timestamp for me to know because I want to do a clip of this. So here's the deal, everyone. Last year, early 2023, I had an idea that I wanted to rebrand my old, outdated vlogging channel that I wasn't using anymore. And I wanted to rebrand it to DSP React. And the whole idea for the channel was 3 different things that I wanted to take place on the channel. The first is that I wanted to do a weekly clips react show called DSP versus the internet, where you guys would be able to submit clips, and I would watch a variety. It was a variety show, okay? That's what we still do to this day. Almost 2 years in. We're at like episode 87 or 88 or something like that today. The second idea was that I was going to do long-form react projects, where I was going to pick documentaries or special events, and I was going to react to them long-form, and those would take hours and hours to do, and it could even be like a whole day, but it would be something different that I had never really been doing before. I had only done it for my own documentary from the guy who had done Down the Rabbit Hole. What was his name? Frederick Knudsen. And I had done a June the King documentary or two on like, whatchamacallit? Boy, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, Wings of Redemption, right? June had done a documentary on Wings of Redemption, correct? So, FYI, in that regard, it was working. And I said, let's have a place centralized where I can have a clip show, but also long form react, right? That did work. And in fact, I did several long form reacts last year, all the way through, like mid-year. And then about mid-year last year, you guys told me that me doing the long form reacts was taking too much time away from gameplay. And you wanted less reacting and more gameplay. So I scaled it back. I said, okay, we'll just do the weekly clips react show then. All right. The third idea was called DSP Asks It. It was supposed to be an interview show where I was going to be interviewing people from all walks of life from all over the internet in a variety interview style. And that one got canceled because of the whole side scrollers deal to some extent, right? But now we've got that rejuvenated, right? I interviewed several people on this show and it was pretty good variety content, right? And I feel like moving forward, there may be more interviews. Like I said, I definitely want to interview Wings of Redemption when he's available. Okay. So, there you have it. All right. But what's happened now is the one thing that I'm consistently doing on DSP React is the weekly clips react show. Okay. The long form react, I did one for the Rich documentary with the guys from Kino Casino. That did insanely well. And then, of course, I reacted to my own documentary by June the King. That did very well. But I feel like what's happened is now the focus has just been this weekly clip show every week. And it hasn't really allowed me to do other stuff. For example, sometimes someone will submit a clip for the show that's 30 minutes long. And it's a video essay style video that's really well done. And so I'll watch the first few minutes of it and I'll really enjoy it. I'll say, wow, this is good. But then I'm like, well, but I got to move on because this is a clip show. It's supposed to be me watching a variety of clips, not just one video. So we got to move on. And then because of that, we never get back to it. And so I feel like there's a lot of opportunities there for me to react to more interesting long form content that's missed. Because right now, all that's consistently happening is this clip show and no long form reacting, right? On the same time that that's been happening, this clip show has definitely waned in popularity. You know, when I started doing it a year ago, well, I say almost 2 years ago now, it had decent views on the streams. The videos were getting good on-demand views. And overall, it was working really well. Okay? It was working really well. But in regards to now, we've got way less people who are attending those streams. I barely can pull in like 250 viewers sometimes for the React stuff, right? Definitely in regards to the clips submitted, we don't have that many clips submitted anymore. At one point, we had 50 to 100 clips submitted a week. Now we barely get 20. This week alone, for today's show, I only had 5 Ultra member submissions. Now, does that mean that Ultra members are canceling? Probably. I can't see it actively when someone cancels. I only see it hit my revenue after the fact. So basically, when their memberships expire, then I'll see it. But it's looking to me like, essentially, it's just not working anymore. You know, this show, as I've told you guys, was always supported by the memberships. It wasn't that I was making a ton of money on the streams. The videos on demand weren't getting any views or money. It was really the memberships. People were buying the memberships to submit the clips, and that's what was working. As of this week, it looks like this is taking such a dip. It's just not going to be working anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I like the show. I think it's fun and it breaks stuff up. But admittedly, I'm starting to get bored because it does seem like a lot of the clips are very samey, right? I mean, we got the same people as members every week. We're not really getting any new members anymore on the channel. So because of that, it's the same kind of clips, the same stuff submitted, and it gets boring, right? I think at this point, I would much rather find or be suggested some longer form videos, whether it's a 30-minute video essay, whether it's a 2-hour documentary, and then we take the time to actually react to the longer stuff. I think that would be better. I think it would be more fun, better variety, more refreshing. Probably we get a better audience for it. Here's the thing. Right now, you have absolutely no idea what I'm reacting to today. So if you're in the mood to do it, right? If you're in the mood that, hey, I wanna check it out and I want to see it, you'll come by. But you have absolutely no clue what we're gonna do today. So because of that, how could you be that interested, right? And the answer is you may not be. You may not be that interested at all. Thank you very much to Rend. I'm going to shout that out in just a moment. I just want to finish my train of thought before I forget it. But if I do streams that now are scheduled and we say, hey, this Sunday, DSP is reacting to this interesting video essay that came out this week, then people could be like, oh, that's interesting. That's something I want to hear Phil talk about. And then they'll show up for it. Right now, it's you don't even know what you're showing up for when you watch my React stream, right? And again, that worked for a while, but I don't think it's working anymore. 2 years in, I'm getting bored. It's obvious the audience is bored, and even the memberships are drying up for it. So it's time to re-explore what we're going to do with DSP Reacts.